My mom said, "We're keeping things peaceful this year. No kids, no drama." I said okay. Then I saw my sister's Instagram. Her boyfriend's niece and 2 teen cousins sitting by the tree, wearing matching pajamas. I took a photo of the $9,000 cruise voucher I was gifting them and texted my dad. Thought this was for family. 40 minutes later, My mom made it very clear this year. No kids, no drama, just a quiet Christmas. She even said it on the phone twice like she thought I didn't get it the first time. I wasn't even mad. After the past few years of messy gift exchanges and cousin fights, I kind of understood. I said okay. My sister Emily was flying out to Mexico with her boyfriend anyway, so it was just supposed to be me, my parents, and my dad's brother and his wife. So I didn't get a tree. I didn't buy any cute little kid gifts. Instead, I planned something big. My parents had been talking about cruises for years but always said it was too much money. So I went ahead and got a $9,000 cruise voucher, a fully paid trip for them to finally go. I even had it printed and placed in a nice envelope with gold lettering. I figured, quiet Christmas, no distractions. Let me give them something they'll actually remember. Then Christmas Eve rolls around. I'm home scrolling Instagram when I see Emily's story. She tagged my parents' living room. I wasn't even surprised. But then the next slide hit me. There's her boyfriend's niece, she's like 6, and 2 of his teen cousins, all sitting by the tree, in matching red plaid pajamas. The caption, "Family time red heart." I just stared at it for a minute. No kids, huh? No drama. Guess that didn't apply to her boyfriend's family. I didn't even think, I just grabbed the voucher, took a clean shot of it on my coffee table, and texted it to my dad. Thought this was for family. That's all I said. 40 minutes later, my dad called. I didn't pick up. He called again. Then I got a text from my mom saying I was being childish. She said it was just a few extra people, and that I could have come if I wanted to. I didn't reply. I didn't need to. The voucher was still sitting on my coffee table. About an hour later, Emily texted me. What she sent made me sit up straight. She said, "They're freaking out right now because Dad told Mom what I sent him, and now Mom's trying to call you to fix it." She said, "Also, don't answer. Let them sweat." Then she sent, "Actually, don't do anything. I've got a plan." I had no idea what she meant, but knowing Emily, it wasn't going to be small. I didn't hear anything for the rest of the night. My phone buzzed a couple times, but I ignored it like Emily said. She was always better at playing the long game, and I figured if she said she had a plan, I'd sit back and let it unfold. The next morning, Christmas Day, I woke up to another text from her. It was just one line. "Pack a bag and trust me." Before I could reply, she called me. She never calls, so I answered. She told me she'd booked 2 plane tickets. One for her, one for me. She said she wasn't spending another holiday like this, watching our parents play favorites, pretending to be the perfect family while sneaking in whoever they actually cared about. She was done. I asked her where we were going. She just said, somewhere warm, somewhere they'd see us. By noon, I was packed and at the airport. She'd booked us a trip to Miami. 5 days, oceanfront hotel, no responsibilities. But that wasn't all. While we were waiting for the flight, she showed me what she'd posted on her Instagram. It was a picture of her, me, and the cruise voucher on the table between us at the airport lounge. The caption was simple. "Merry Christmas to the real family." And she tagged both my parents. She looked at me and said, "Just wait, they'll call before we land." I didn't really believe it. I thought maybe we'd get an angry text, but about 2 hours into the flight, we landed in Atlanta for our connection, and my phone lit up. 3 missed calls from my mom. 1 from my dad. A message that just said, "Call me back now." Emily just laughed when I showed her. She said, "Don't. Not yet." She was already writing her next move, and I was starting to get the feeling she wasn't just trying to get even. She was trying to put them in their place for good. By the time we landed in Miami, my mom had sent 4 more messages. The last one was basically begging me to clear things up, because people are asking questions. That's when I realized Emily had made the post public. Our extended family, some of our parents' friends, even a couple of our cousins had started liking and commenting. The comments weren't subtle either. Stuff like, "Didn't know you guys were in town," and "Looks like the cruise voucher went to the wrong people." We checked into the hotel and headed straight to the beach. I figured Emily would start dialing them back eventually, but she had other ideas. She told me she'd been screenshotting every time our mom ignored her texts over the years, every time they excluded her from family dinners, every passive-aggressive comment, every holiday invite that mysteriously excluded her but always included my sister's boyfriend and his people. She had receipts. She started posting them on her Instagram stories one by one. Each story had a date, a screenshot, sometimes a short caption like, "Oh, but this wasn't family either, I guess." She was methodical. She didn't even sound mad when she explained it. Just tired. She said she was done pretending. By that evening, we were sitting at a seafood place on the water when her phone started blowing up. Our cousin Lindsay sent her a DM saying, "Your mom is in full meltdown mode on Facebook." Apparently my mom had made some vague status about ungrateful children and the lies people spread on social media, but that just made more people curious. Then my dad texted both of us in a group chat. "We need to talk." Emily looked at me and said, "Not yet." She was waiting for one more thing to happen. I asked her what. She smiled and said, "For them to realize they can't just call and fix it this time." I don't know what her endgame was yet, but sitting there with a cocktail and the ocean breeze, I wasn't in any rush to find out. The next morning I woke up to 20 notifications. My mom had finally snapped. She posted this long-winded rant on Facebook about how family is about who shows up for you, and not just blood. She said some of us didn't understand adult decisions, and that her real family had been there for her all along. Emily showed it to me with her eyebrows raised. She said, "See, they always tell on themselves." By noon, our Aunt Patty had commented something along the lines of, "Wow, didn't realize real family meant your daughter's boyfriend's niece." That one blew up. People started commenting left and right. My mom ended up deleting the whole post within an hour. That's when my dad called again. I let it ring out, but this time he left a voicemail. He said he was flying down to Miami to fix this. Emily grinned. She said, "Good. Let him." She had already changed her Instagram bio to include Miami Beach, just to make sure they knew exactly where to find us. She wasn't hiding, and neither was I. The day after, sure enough, we got the text. "I'm here. Let's talk." I wasn't sure if we should go. Emily said we would, but on our time. So we went to brunch first. Then we went to the pool. Then, when the sun started to set, she finally texted him back. "Meet us at the hotel lobby." We got downstairs and there he was, sitting on one of those two small hotel chairs, looking more stressed than I'd ever seen him. He stood up like he wasn't sure which one of us he should yell at first. But Emily just sat down across from him, crossed her legs, and said, "Start talking." And for once, he actually didn't have a speech prepared. He started with some half-baked excuse about how Christmas wasn't supposed to be a big thing this year, how my mom just felt bad for the boyfriend's family because they didn't have anywhere else to go. He kept saying it wasn't personal, that it just happened. Emily didn't even blink. She asked him why it always just happens to us. Why the boyfriend's niece had a stocking on their fireplace but we never even got an invite. She asked him if he noticed that he hadn't seen us on Christmas morning in 3 years. He tried to say it wasn't intentional, but then she pulled out her phone. She had the screenshots ready, all the years of my mom's no-drama holiday rules, the "let's keep it small this year" texts, the ones where she explicitly said no partners, no kids. All while Emily's boyfriend was never even invited, but her boyfriend's family was right there opening gifts. He got quiet. Real quiet. Then he said something I didn't expect. He said, "Your mom thought it was easier this way." Emily leaned back and said, "Easier for who?" I just watched. I didn't have to say anything because she was saying all of it. She told him this wasn't just about Christmas. It was every event, every holiday, every choice that made it clear we were the optional ones. She said, "If you want to fix it, it's not going to be over one conversation." He nodded. He looked tired. I think he knew she was right. Then she dropped it on him. She said, "We're taking the cruise. You're not getting it." His head shot up. He looked like he wanted to argue, but he didn't. He just sat back and said, "Okay." When we walked away, Emily said to me, "If they want family, they can start earning it." We still had 3 more days in Miami. And we planned to enjoy every minute. We spent the rest of the trip doing exactly what Emily said, enjoying ourselves. Beach mornings, long dinners, and one night we even went on this sunset yacht tour that she booked last minute just because she could. I didn't hear much from my parents after that hotel lobby meeting. A couple of texts from my mom that I didn't bother opening. But Emily was getting occasional updates from our cousin Lindsay. Apparently, the Facebook fallout hadn't fully died down. Word had spread, and now even the extended family was noticing the patterns. By the time we flew home, Emily was already planning the cruise. She booked it for spring, a 2-week trip across the Mediterranean. She made sure it was in her name. When she sent me the confirmation email, she CC'd our dad with a short note, "We'll let you know how it is." It was like drawing a line. A couple weeks later, my dad texted me asking if we could get coffee and talk. I met up with him, and I'll give him credit. He admitted things had been unfair. He didn't try to sugarcoat it much, said he'd gotten too comfortable with my mom running things. He even said he wanted to make it up to us. I told him the same thing Emily said. It's not going to be a conversation. It's going to be actions. Since then, things have been different. He reaches out more, not just out of guilt, but real effort. As for my mom, she's still quiet. She didn't apologize. I'm not even sure she thinks she did anything wrong. But that's the thing. For the first time in years, it doesn't bother me. We're taking that cruise. We're taking every moment we can get. And if they want to catch up, they'll have to start moving.